Hey, this is Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, and you listen to IcoPod, the best podcast going today. Holler if you hear me.
And we're back with episode 160 of IcoPod. I am Bob Conley Jr. With me, as always, is Austin Skinner and Dallas Gridley. I almost called Dallas Barry Horowitz for some reason. I don't know why. I almost called you Barry Horowitz. We're coming off of Halloween Havoc for WCW. We haven't watched it yet because we tend to watch it weeks and weeks after the fact. But we're this week we have Goldust making his broadcast premiere for the World Wrestling Federation. He'll be taking on Savio Vega. And then we also have an Intercontinental Championship match with Ramon defending against Owen Hart. Last week, we pretty much had just a battle royal and an Avatar debut, which was atrocious. And we have a new women's champion with Alundra Blaze beating Bertha Faye. How are we feeling for episode 160, my guys? Halloween special, October 30th, one day before Halloween.
Well,
what's your guys' costume this year?
I'm dressed up as
Barry Horowitz.
A sad, lonely adult male.
Wow.
So you can't wait for this episode, is what you're saying.
No, that's just my costume. It's a costume is, it's fake. It's not real. So, but deep within, I'm only seasonally depressed. But anyway, I think I'm going to say it right now. This might be saying too much. Okay. But I think this episode of Raw, on paper with the two matches that we know, it might be one of the biggest Raws of 95.
Okay, Austin, how about you provide some better information than Dallas right there?
What? Tell me what one knows better.
Well, hey, here's the thing. Dallas being this enthusiastic for an episode of Raw in 95 is saying something. So let's not downplay that.
Guys, the best episode of Raw this year has been the week before WrestleMania 11, where it was nothing but highlight videos in a match between Owen and Brad.
No. That was unforgivable what you did to us that week.
That's the best show.
Where I try to get Bob to watch a clip show, and he says no. And yet he makes us do it.
Dallas, I am not going to watch an hour and 53-minute clip show of a company that had only been around for 11 weeks. What the hell is that?
But there was new exclusive interviews.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Let me listen to the Flying Elvises about their match they had 3 weeks ago.
That's not what they talked about. But if you watched it, you would know. I did. I took notes for our show, but it's fine.
Fucking nerd. That's what you are. You don't have a life.
That's not true. I fucking take up all my life with IcoPod and the TNA Crossline podcast, making our social media super exciting. And if you don't follow IcoPod already, make sure you do that because we post a lot of cool shit.
Well, and it's funny you bring up the social media because I just saw the other day that McPrice had commented and he addressed Dallas directly because he knows Dallas is the one doing the social media and typically answering the comments. So I did enjoy that he totally just bypassed me and Bob and was just like, hey, Dallas.
Someone else did too. I think it was Ian Matthews did.
Well, you know what? When I reply, I do a little dash Bob.
I've been doing a D. But see, my thing is sometimes I can't keep up. So like, I hope you guys also respond to comments because I
do. I'll go in and say stuff. I do.
Because I want to, but it's a
I
lot.
just click to get the notifications off my phone.
Yeah, you tell us every week, okay, Bob?
Yeah,
listen, I'm too popular and cool.
Well, don't you know, Austin, who we're doing a podcast with? It's the Bob Colling Jr., Robert Colling of WrestlingRecaps.com fame,
right?
Who has made money off of his website after about 20 years that he didn't even know he had until one day he logged on and found it. So
that's true.
That's who we're dealing
all
with.
True. not 20 years, but that everything you're saying is true.
10, yeah, I know.
10.
20 was an exaggeration. I just couldn't remember the number. Regardless, we are dealing with top level. You might as well call him Dave Meltzer Jr. That is who we are doing a podcast with.
Yeah.
Yet he's just a smartass every week. Does anyone care about his bullshit opinions? I don't know.
Here's the thing, guys. Okay, so we just started the episode. In about an hour, I'm gonna ask Dallas, "You have anything else to say on the show?" And he's gonna be like, "Well, no."
And I'm gonna say fucking no. Do you know why?
No,
because I've already said it before. Right before that, I'm gonna tell you what I thought about the show, and then you're gonna say, "You got anything else?"
I don't have anything else.
If I had anything else, I would have fucking said it already.
No, I don't have anything else to say, guys. This is great. I want to watch Nitro though. That'd be fun. Okay.
Yeah, actually, speaking of, I did forget to say last week, Nitro definitely was better than Raw. But it's fine.
Yeah,
it wasn't a bad. We decided. We talked. It wasn't too bad overall. Wasn't great. I couldn't say it was a good show. Bob, I think, was creaming over it, but we all watch wrestling differently. So, anyways, like I said, I think this episode of Raw is promising. Razor and Owen for the title, I think, is a big match. Goldust has a chance to redeem his debut that he just had on In Your House 4, which me and Austin thought wasn't too fantastic. Bob, you thought it was fine. I thought it was okay, but I think against Savio,
what is it? What is it? Is it bad or okay?
It's like mediocre. It's a thumbs in the middle, tilting down.
Mine was a thumbs down.
Things. Yeah, okay. So Austin's consistent. You just said three different things.
No,
not great. No. You said not
great. Austin said not great.
Yeah, he said thumbs down. You just said thumbs down and then like okay and then in the middle.
Well, I pretty much just said what we all thought about it in one.
Right, but for your own thoughts.
No.
Are you trying to piss me off right now? You're trying to piss me off on Halloween.
He's in the middle. You were 2 thumbs up. Fucking best match of the night, you thought.
Yeah, I had a half boner.
Well, I mean, so did he. So I think that's probably why you did too.
I did. Yeah.
We all saw all the.
I get influenced.
We saw the brain, if you will.
Yeah.
Wait,
hang on. Tails, you got anything else you got to say? No, I already said everything. Go fuck yourself. Go ahead.
No, I just did. I did say everything else. What do you want me to say?
Very quickly, I want to play a game here, and Bob will be familiar with this game. We played it for Yokozuna. It's very similar because there was a point where we were guessing like how much they were going to inflate Yokozuna's weight every week or every month. Let's say we'd say, okay, well, I bet you they're going to announce Yokozuna is this weight now. And that went through 93, even into 94 a little bit. We played that game. And sure enough, they'd inflate his weight several times, and he ended up being, 640 pounds or something like that?
Something stupid. I think the first time they actually did it wasn't until King of the Ring, though.
Yeah. So, he began as 500, and then over the course of a couple of months, he ballooned 150 pounds or something like that, which we enjoyed doing and keeping tabs on. It may be a futile task, and I might be just overthinking it, but I almost want to play a game with Goldust of how many little nuance changes are they going to make to his gear / entrance attire / accessories. Because for some reason, and I don't know why, I have no explanation. I haven't seen this episode of Raw or the next couple that we're going to watch, but I have a feeling his look's going to be slightly different. Like he'll have different gloves. The singlet might be something's going to be different because like we discussed for the pay-per-view, the look for Goldust was off. It felt cheap, unfinished, and I'm sure we're not the only ones that picked up on that.
Well, right now he's got like a cloth like onesie suit going on.
Right.
And I know eventually it turns into like a
like a latexy.
Yeah, like a leathery looking thing. And it has like a zipper.
Right. And then like the gloves, we've already seen his hands painted gold. That was already something that's like changed. Yeah. And then he was like wearing, gold painted gardening gloves. It looked like at the pay-per-view. So I don't know. I just think it's going to be interesting over the next couple of weeks to play that same game of let's see how much, or, the I Spy of Goldust. Let's see what they change week to week or month to month, because I have a feeling we're going to see a couple of tweaks over the next little bit of time here. But as far as the match or the card on paper, I agree with Dallas. I think it is going to be, hopefully, a relatively strong show, especially for one that's, canned or taped. Do I expect to see a new Intercontinental champion this week? No. We're definitely going to get a screwed finish. Do I think that they're going to get a singles match at Survivor Series? No, because they've already told us that, hey, they're not getting one. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's kind of a weird deal where, again, they've kind of showed their hand of cards. You know what's going to basically go on before it happens. So it's just a little deflating to me. Yes, it's strong on paper, but when it comes to execution, I'm expecting to be disappointed, unfortunately.
Okay, Dallas has nothing to offer. Great. So I'm just going to go into observer notes. Dallas, don't even pretend.
What do you want me to say, dude?
Don't even pretend. Okay? You're on a podcast. I want you to, provide some kind of commentary. Austin's pretty good at, developing thoughts and communicating. You're just blankly looking at your webcam like.
No, I'm just taking in what my friend is saying.
He's tuning me the fuck out.
Sometimes I do. I can't lie, but
exactly.
But not all the time. But I don't know what else you want me to add to that. I already said my fucking thoughts on the show.
No, you know what? This is what you got to do, Austin. Sometimes when you're, describing 95, you just got to be like, yeah, so like Goldust, he's got these gloves on, AJ Styles, and that's gonna get Dale. He's like, what? And you're gonna be like, yeah, he's got like this suit on, Raven. He's like, whoa, what? Okay, yeah, no, I'm listening. Goldilocks, just mentioning various TNA acts. You'd be like, oh yeah, America's Most Wanted. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm in. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if Raven was on the show, I'd have my full fucking attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but okay, you know what? You know what I will say? I really like Austin's idea about the Goldust thing. I was gonna say it, and then he started talking about the show again. I'd be surprised if we saw stuff change already from last night, or I guess it was taped on that night though. So the night before at In Your House. However, I do think the subtle changes are going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to see anything major for a while. Like I don't expect face paint to change for a while. Gloves I definitely could see changing because those.
You know what I mean? Like just a little stupid shit.
Adding something a little extra on the bodysuit.
Yes.
The entrance stuff I think is going to stay the same. The robe and the wig I think I think that's going to stay the same at least for a bit. But that should be fun. Well, what else you want me to say about the show? It's going to be really great. The season or the network premiere of Goldust. Really excited.
Broadcast premiere.
Broadcast. I'm ready. And yeah, Owen Hart's going to lose. So.
I kind of wish that Goldust was going to come out in his little fucking suit jacket and hat. Like, why didn't he come out in that? Is that his outside attire? That's like when you're playing a video game, it's attire C. It's not A or B, it's C.
Yeah, it's street clothes.
Right.
Yeah. I do.
It's Goldust street attire.
I do hope that we will see him like do a promo in it or something. That'd be cool. Like a gold suit. Like that'll be fun.
Like live. I want to see the little bow tie fucking suit jacket with the top hat, all gold. I want to see that.
We might never see it again though, to be honest.
I know. I'm bummed.
I'm sure we will. Like a pre-tape or something.
Something.
Yeah. I hope so. But you know what, Bob? What do we got for observer notes? What do you got to talk to us about?
No, you don't transition. you don't have the right to transition into observer notes. Okay. You have a lot of fucking nerve.
Hey, Bob, what do we have for observer notes?
Thanks, Austin. So we do. So here's the thing. We may not see Goldust, in a gold suit or whatever, but we may see Adam Bomb again.
What the fuck?
So in recent weeks or months, really at this point, they've been flip-flopping about, are we going to bring Adam Bomb back? He doesn't want to come back. We're going to have a meeting with him. And he's like, fuck you. I'm not coming back because you guys booked me horribly. It's been a whole thing since really like July.
Yeah.
Well, a decision on bringing Adam Bomb back or releasing him will be made this week.
Oh.
Imagine being Adam Bomb with your phone. Like, oh, fuck.
Well, he wants to be gone. He does not want to be. So I just thought that was pretty funny that we're going on 3.5 months, and they've yet to make a decision on what to do with him.
Well, and here's the thing with Adam Bomb. It's like, first of all, you're dropping a bomb on us here, Bob.
Oh,
that we're finally going to get a decision. But realistically, if it's taking you this long to figure out whether you want him or not, you might as well just keep him because he's under contract anyway. So if you're having just such a struggle, you already have the guy. You might as well use him. If you can get something out of him, great. If not, when his contract expires, cut him loose. Like, what is there to think about?
Well, I almost feel like they could, even if they didn't want to put him on TV, just use him for house shows.
Or something, exactly.
I mean, I could totally see that being something that would work, especially because I feel like they use you will hear a card and it's like, wait, I haven't heard about that guy in a while because they're wrestling only on the house shows and stuff like that. So I think that would totally work. And in fact, just like we mentioned a few weeks back, Waylon Mercy, we're not going to really, well, we shouldn't see on Raw again, at least not wrestling. But they just got him doing house shows, and then he's done. So I think the same idea could work for Adam Bomb. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get what the big hubbub is. It's not like, oh, we got to make a decision whether or not we're going to push him to the moon on TV. Like, you're not going to do that. So just fucking use the guy if he's under contract and be done with it. I don't know.
I just want to note, Dallas, I'm proud of you. That's the most that you've provided during Observer Notes.
I don't know if that's accurate, but
40 episodes.
Okay, I don't know about that, buddy.
I think that's.
Listen, I'm a backseat driver on this show. That's why I'm here. I'm not here for insight. I'm a backseat driver. I provide the color.
That's true.
The color.
I think you're also the nobody, like none of the listeners agree with anything you ever say.
That's not true.
I've noticed that.
That's not true.
They're never like, wow, Dallas, I really agree with what you said about,
that's bullshit.
Tatanka or something.
That's bullshit.
They don't care.
You know what? And you know what? When I came on, everyone was excited to hear me. So fuck
That's
you.
Not true. I've actually gotten messages from people who are like, that Dallas, he knows nothing about pro wrestling.
That's Dallas.
That Dallas, he knows nothing.
Oh, and let's not forget, Dallas has taken opportunities away from IcoPod listeners from being on the podcast because it'd be overcrowded. Right. There's guys who have been like, hey, I want to do a bonus episode with you. And now that there's 6 fucking people on this show, they can't do it.
Well, not only that,
Mike Campbell was very upset.
He's furious
about not being on the uncensored bonus episode.
Well, listen,
he was like, Bob, I listened to it. Dallas said like 4 sentences.
Oh, that one I might have, but you know what else
exactly.
I've done?
He's like, I would have fucking talked the whole time, and you're just like, oh, there's Meg. That's what you said.
I probably did, but the thing is, I'm a heat magnet apparently. So if I'm pissing people off, I've pissed people off. I take time away from IcoPod. I steal Bob for the TNA Across the Line podcast. We started heat with the rest. We started heat with the wrestling 20 years ago guys apparently because Bob beat him to it. No, me and Bob did. So
yeah, for the TNA one, they're coming up on that next year, and they were talking, oh, what are we gonna do with TNA? And Rory was like, well, Bob fucking beat us to it.
Oh wow!
So I told Bob
pissed. I got blackballed from wrestling 20 years ago for over a year. They were like, no, you're not coming on the show ever again. Well, it's partially that and me saying Buff Bagwell's a star. in 1999. Those two things probably didn't help my case, and they were just like, "You're not on for a year."
Yeah.
Well,
I deserve it.
we'll tell him we can do a run-in with him, okay? We'll tag team it.
No, Dallas, you do have a lot of heat, especially with me, because every time I get a fucking text message and it says Dallas Gridley, I'm just like, ugh. This guy probably wants to do a TNA recording or something. And I was like, oh my God, I was just enjoying my one day off. And he's probably like, you want to watch some Elix Skipper? And it's like, no.
You're damn right I would want to.
I don't want to do that.
I'm telling you, that's why I didn't sign up from the beginning. Because, dude, I can't do 4 days of this shit.
No, Bob's exaggerating. We did an extra one this past week so we can get ahead an episode. Because unlike IcoPod, we don't have 7 episodes.
Yeah, but
we have none.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do the TNA one so much, I almost shit my pants on air.
Well, it's true. That is true.
I almost shit myself.
No, that is true. You almost
If
missed the
that's not
last
an
half.
indicator that my time is consumed with doing podcasts, I don't know what is. If I can't have a bowel movement not on a podcast show, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, I would
This
say.
That's pretty bad.
This is coming from the
It's
guy
gonna
who...
I'm gonna end up bringing my computer into the shower, and I'm gonna have my microphone. I'm gonna be
Wait.
watching myself. I'm gonna be like, oh, look at that hurricanrana.
Oh, I thought you were
Like
going to
Jim
talk
Cash.
about shitting in the shower.
Who shits in the shower?
I don't know, but I was afraid
Dude.
to do
Listen, I wouldn't put it past very many people I know, Screech being one of them.
Oh, what the fuck? The,
Well,
Screech
in
doesn't mean
Screech's
that.
defense, it's going down the drain. It's fine.
Well, of course you would say that. Except yours wouldn't go down the drain, Bob. It'd be like jumping on a trampoline because there's so much air in the fucking drain.
Wow.
You son of a bitch.
No, what happens for me is usually when I shit, because I'm such a huge guy, is
Um,
usually by the time I'm done with it, there's no water.
What?
I-
So I have to go to the kitchen and get a cup and then
You're
pour it in,
lying. You're lying.
and then pour it in the toilet, and that way it can go down.
You
Otherwise,
live
it
on a
just
farm?
Wait.
skids. So, Bob, what do you got for observer notes?
Holy shit.
Oh, wait, we already started the notes, didn't we?
Yeah, Adam Bob thing.
Fucking
Well, and really quickly, just to validate your point there, Bob, I do believe that Dallas does have some legitimate heat because when I think of people that I actually know and people that actually hate that person I know, I think Dallas has the most.
Which is
Like
odd.
people who just genuinely don't like him.
But there's not really a great reason.
I think I kind of get a kick out of it. It's so many people at this point that it's kind of funny.
I mean, I guess. Now, everyone listening, I do have friends who like me, so don't.
I don't
Don't
know if any
think.
of this is accurate. I'll tell you the one thing I really hate about Dallas is when we go over there for game nights,
Yeah.
he will take 3 hours to read the fucking directions to
I
a game.
stop.
He
No,
breaks the booklet out.
Yeah, he's like, okay, guys, this is how you play Monopoly. So everybody, you
Wait,
pick up
is
one
this-
of these little
Is this a
token things.
fucking roast
and
of
then-
Dallas right now?
You guys ever play the board game Life? So this is what
He
we
gets
do.
so pissed if you don't listen to it.
Yeah,
he's,
it's great.
he's like, "Oh fuck, I guess we'll figure it out." And then
Well-
we're all trying to play, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, dude."
Well, what makes it great? What makes it great is I'll be there shitting on it, right? And then we go to play, and I'll be like, wait a minute, what do I do? And he'll be like, well, God damn it, Bob, I just fucking told you for 45 minutes like what we got to do. And I'll be like, well, I'd tune you out.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
learn on the go.
Tuning
Okay.
me out on the podcast. We tune you out when you're explaining game directions, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I can't even say that I don't do that. So, however, what I am going to say in a rebuttal is that Bob gets pissed when we play Werewolf because he thinks everyone's a cheater. So,
Well, to be fair, I do cheat. So
No,
He's
I don't get
correct,
mad. No, I don't get mad when people cheat. I get mad when people don't believe me when I'm like, it's not me.
I tell stories about. I'm like, guys, we can't. If Bob comes, we can't play Werewolf.
oh my god.
But
No,
then
listen.
I
And
make
that
sure we
one
play it
guy-
anyway.
Your one friend there did cheat.
No, he's not. He's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, but he cheated.
Wait. What friend are we talking about?
The same one that you're thinking of him. I like him. He's
Yeah,
a good.
I don't like that motherfucker.
Yeah, but he cheated though because he was like, well, it's just this guy. He was out of the game.
Yeah, I don't like him.
You're not supposed to say
that is cheating if you're out of the game.
Yeah.
However,
so he cheated. That's why I was mad. I was like, dude, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, well, now I'm laughing. Like there's like some tears in my eyes because you guys just made me laugh so hard. I really didn't know that the October 30th, 1995 episode 160 of IcoPod was really just titled "The Roast of Dallas" because essentially we're just digging deep here tonight.
I might have to put that in the description on Podbean, also known as the roast. Maybe that'll be the title.
Well,
Raw
listen,
10/30/95. Instead of being like, Owen versus Razors, the roast of Dallas.
Listen, all I'm going to say, my last thing I'm going to say, I'm trying to get better about the rule book thing. I told Kaylee she gets to start explaining games because it's not on me anymore then.
Well, you know what's great about Kaylee? When she does that, she's like, I don't fucking care. We'll figure it out. And we just play the game within 10 seconds.
That's, well, not true.
No, sometimes she does pull a Dallas where she's trying to maybe over-explain.
Sometimes you got to, though.
Yeah. But then she definitely gets the hint and is like, I don't know, guys, we'll just play. She is like over it.
You want to know what also really pisses me off about Dallas?
Oh boy, here we go.
On his fucking Instagram, whenever he cooks something, he'll do that fire, like the little.
We talked about this on the show already.
I don't give. I'm pissed off about it because you just did it the other day. You're like, look at my green beans. Who cares about your green beans?
No, I didn't do that.
Yes,
listen. Dallas did go down a couple of pegs with me last week. Okay, when he basically admitted that he sets his wallpaper as him and his girlfriend.
I sometimes I don't want to. It just is.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I'm just, hey, if we're shooting, I was a little taken back by that. Not gonna lie.
It's just what it is, man. I don't know.
Knowing you, like, how is the Joker not your phone back or like something like that?
I think it's because I'm so indecisive. It's like, oh well, could I do the Joker? What if I want to do like Kenny Omega? I really like him. Oh, but then I could.
It's like a concurrent theme. You don't have to change it a lot. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so. I think that's kind of why I have it. It's the same reason probably that my computer I'm recording on right now, my iPad, and my MacBook all have the same desktop background. I really like the desktop background. It's been that way for probably 5 years.
Yeah, no, it's been that way for a long time.
I would rather you have your phone background of you and your girlfriend than Kenny Omega.
I don't think it would have been. I wouldn't have guessed Kenny Omega. It was
a logo or something. You know what I'm just saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm just throwing shit out here that I like.
Yeah,
because I could do a cool Star Wars one. I don't know. I just don't. I'd have to. I'd want to change it too much. And right now, it's been the same picture for a year and a half, I think. So that's just kind of what it is.
Well, hey, how about the psychos who leave it as default wallpapers? Like, what is that, a work phone?
No, thanks. That's funny that you say that because my work computer, it is in fact the default background because I just like how it looks on the work computer, and I don't do that at home.
Yeah,
you know.
But I know people who leave the wallpaper, the lock screen wallpaper, and the regular wallpaper, just the whatever it came with. What the fuck is that?
My desktop background right now is the WCW logo from like 1993.
See, that's cool. Oh, you've had that for a while, though, right?
That's been like that, I think, ever since I got this computer 5 years ago.
So. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's get back on track after we shredded Dallas and probably really destroyed his mental health in the middle of a pandemic with some more observer notes. Shawn Michaels is expected back in the ring on November 3rd.
Oh.
So that would be this coming up weekend.
Okay.
Wait, why strip him of the belt then if it was going to be that quick?
Because they had to just do it. No, I don't fucking know.
I think that it was almost kind of a punishment thing too, to be honest. I think I mentioned that on the pay-per-view because, dude, why are you getting in trouble down on Syracuse? And like, what are you doing? So I think they kind of wanted to do it as like to essentially humiliate him and be like, hey, you got to give the belt to Dean Douglas. And it's like,
yeah, that's probably a punishment. There's no way in 4 months he'll be the world champion. There's no way.
Well, and running away from that really quickly, you can even kind of tell it in Shawn's attitude, like, oh, you're going to punish me? Well, I don't think Shane's worth it. You know what I mean? He's got like a chip on his shoulder about it.
Undeserving, or overrated.
Yes. So, I could easily believe that that's the company attempting to put some sort of screws to Shawn Michaels for bringing unwanted attention. Absolutely.
For sure.
Speaking of Dean Douglas, he suffered a larynx injury at In Your House #4 thanks to a Razor Ramon clothesline. Now, this is interesting because I know in ECW, I think it's, oh boy, it's a match against Jannetty, which might have been 94. I can't remember, but he suffered a throat injury in that match as well.
Oh.
So this is not the first time he's encountered a larynx situation.
Interesting.
I thought that was kind of intriguing. Over in WCW, Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero are likely to stay with WCW after their 90-day contracts. In this era, Bischoff was giving people like 90-day contracts that, if it was working out, they would continue on.
I like that.
Well, that would lead to a few people leaving.
Well, you can't keep them all, but I do think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if I was a wrestler, I would want more than a 3-month commitment.
Well, it's not to benefit the wrestler; it's to benefit the company.
Well, no, I know, but if I was a wrestler, I don't know if I'd be doing that.
Well, and at the same time though, what if you're the wrestler and you're like, I'm kind of iffy, I'm not really sure if I want to do this. I'll sign on for the 90 days. If I like it and they like it, then it's going to work out for both of us. If not, one of us are going to part ways.
No, I think it's like the company has control of that.
Yes.
I don't think it's a wrestler being like, "Oh, I'm going to leave now." No, I think it's WWF like, "Oh, we'll keep you."
Yes.
So they might sign like a 3-year deal, but after 90 days, WCW can be like, "You're fired."
Oh, okay, that's different.
It's one of those things.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I think the reason it really, if you're a talent, why you're signing up for that, either you're very much in need of TV exposure, like you want that national exposure, or you don't really have too much else going on, or you're trying to get the WWF to notice you, so you're like, yo, let me be on their TV, and hey, if it doesn't work out, at least I'll have maybe that to call on if I need it. So I don't know. I think it does work out, but it's definitely in the benefit of WCW 100%.
Well, wrestlers aren't necessarily the smartest, because I remember more recently, Mike Bennett was like, "Oh, I want to leave WWE," and then they offered him like a 5-year, $400,000 contract, and he's like, "Okay, I'll take it." And then 3 weeks later, he was like, "Wait, I don't want to do this. I want out." And it's like, dude, you just signed a contract. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, and then he ended up getting fired. Right. But it's like, what are you doing? "Oh, I want to take care of my family." Okay, well then don't bitch about when you're not on TV.
Right.
You're getting paid a huge downside guarantee. Who cares?
I wouldn't care, because he had a really good theme song, but whatever.
Yeah, well, how much money can you make off of a theme song?
I don't know, dude. I was fucking into
Not a whole lot. Again, you're probably the only person that's like, "Oh, Mike Bennett, he gypped you out of a t-shirt." I asked him on Reddit, "Why did you do that?"
And they deleted your question.
They did?
Yeah, I went back on and it was gone.
Oh my God, that's shitty.
Bob literally goes, why did my friend have to file a PayPal claim against you because you wouldn't send him his t-shirt he bought? And they deleted it.
Holy shit.
And that is true. That did happen. And I should hate him for that. But
was there ever an explanation or no?
No, I never heard anything back. Wow. But, it's okay. I thought it was... We're not talking about Mike Bennett. Move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Well, do you guys like to party?
No.
Yeah, I don't really either.
Okay. Well, WCW and the World Wrestling Federation are both looking to party. Because they're going to make offers to Public Enemy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you want me to weigh in on Public Enemy, or do we want to just keep going?
Well, do you want to pull a Dallas, or do you want to actually provide something on the show?
Holy fuck.
Well, in that case, I guess I'll speak on this for a quick minute here. Personally, and hey, we're going to transfer some of Dallas's heat over onto me. Because personally, I have not enjoyed any era or company version of Public Enemy. I don't enjoy them. Yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen enough of them to have that an opinion. I don't know if I have an opinion either way, to be honest with you, about them.
Well, they definitely get exposed when they end up leaving ECW. But I mean, I don't think they're horrible in ECW.
Here's the thing, and this is the best way I feel like I can explain it. To me, Public Enemy is Sandman times 2.
Okay.
Very fun in ECW, works in that environment. All the negatives are perfectly hidden for the most part. But as soon as you take them out of that element and say throw him on WCW as a hack guy, you're fucked. Like, he sucks. I compare Public Enemy to Sandman. It's the same thing. They're cut from the same cloth. Nothing against Sandman. At least he's very charismatic and had the cool entrance and stuff. And kind of same with Public Enemy. I mean, they're a little bit charismatic and they have the fun entrance. But really, when you boil them down, nothing much to eat off those bones. They're pretty bare. And that's, I think, the best way I can explain it. If the Public Enemy, in my eyes, is Sandman. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison.
Yeah,
to say that they're both like salmon.
Yeah. It's an ECW, strictly tailor-made gimmick. Where I think, even as wrestlers, as guys outside of the company, you are destined to fail. With both parties, both Public Enemy and Sandman in this case. And I think that goes for a lot of ECW guys, but I think they they lend themselves to each other very well. That's the best comparison I think that I can make. And again, this is my view, but that's what I think of. Like that, when I'm comparing, that's what I think of.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, thanks, Dallas. So on the October 23rd Monday Night War ratings, Raw got a 2.6, Nitro got a 2.2.
All right, Raw wins again.
Battle Royals, they can definitely bring in a crowd. Let's go to some house show notes. There's one. It took place in Vancouver, British Columbia on October 28th, 1995, and it featured the following matches. Barry Horowitz defeating Skip. Hakushi defeated Rad Radford. WWF Women's Champion Alundra Blaze defeated Bertha Faye. Psycho Sid defeated Bam Bam Bigelow. WWF World Champion Diesel retained over Yokozuna. Owen Hart defeated Fatu. Goldust was victorious over 1-2-3 Kid. And in your main event, the WWF Intercontinental Champion Razor Ramon retained against the British Bulldog.
Oh, damn it. Listen, first half of the card, I was out. There's no fucking way I'm buying a ticket. I hate to admit it, the second half of the card kind of brought me back in the door a little bit.
I was going to say, I didn't think it sounded that bad, actually.
And it's mixed up. Like, it's not the same guys versus the same guys. And that tends to bring us back into the building a lot of the time when we see that. And I think it's happening here. I'm going to say I'm going to go to that show.
I'd go.
I'm going to go, too. I think that's the first time in a long time that all three of us have said, we're going to go to this WWF house show.
Oh, all three of us for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the Monday Night Raw, October 30th, 1995. The runtime looks to be longer than usual here, 46 minutes and 29 seconds. Here is the rundown, the little description here on the network. Goldust debuts on Raw against Savio Vega. In light of recent events surrounding the WWF Championship picture, Jim Cornette introduces legal counsel for his client, the British Bulldog. Plus, Marty Jannetty is in singles competition. Razor Ramon defends his Intercontinental Championship, and much more. Meanwhile, for WCW Nitro, which Dallas has said is not a great show. I don't know what just happened here. Okay.
I didn't think it was good.
Okay, so this is the description for this. On this episode of WCW Monday Nitro, the shocking events from Halloween Havoc are revealed. Mean Gene Okerlund interviews the reformed Four Horsemen. Lex Luger teams with a new ally, Meng, to take on the American Males. Plus, Eddie Guerrero, Scott Norton, and Sabu in action, and much more.
That
looks like a train wreck of a show.
Dude,
yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
A little weird. All right, so I'm going to count down from 5, and then when I say play, if you want to watch Raw, that's when you want to hit play there. And then when it's 10 seconds in, I will then say, hey, press play again if you're watching Nitro to see kind of comparing it. So,
all right, put the rule booklet away here, Bob. Let's go.
I did that pretty quickly compared to Dallas. So I'm going to count down from 5, and then we're going to get this on the road. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Let's see. Hopefully, when I started last week's episode, I was like 20 seconds ahead. So hopefully we're not.
Yeah, well, you tend to always do that.
I'm never on the same page as you.
And then you want to press play right now for Nitro.
Ooh, look at this spooky WWF pumpkin.
I'm fucking scared. Is this Dungeon of Doom?
Holy shit, is this Todd Pettengill?
Yeah, it is.
We were just bitching about not seeing him.
Well, I'm glad he's back.
He's talking like Dracula right now, by the way. No, Austin can't hear it. Screaming as Owen is holding onto the ropes.
For me, like Halloween and pro wrestling, it's like peanut butter and jelly. It's always so good.
Yeah, it's good.
Todd Pettengill is talking like he's Count Chocula.
I say Dracula, Bob says Count Chocula. So you see the difference between the two of us right there.
Yeah, you're fucking old and lame, you piece of shit.
Well, I do like Count Chocula. I'm not knocking
I was just going to say, don't let Dallas fool you. This dude's a fucking huge mark for the Halloween cereals, specifically Count Chocula.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd say out of all of them, definitely.
I'm a Boo Berries guy myself, but... Or Frankenberry. I'm sorry, Frankenberry.
Oh, Frankenberry's last for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Boo Berry, like the marshmallows, have more of a punch of flavor to them than Frankenberry does.
I would agree with you there.
And that's why... That's why that's where it is for me.
Okay. It's bullshit you can't buy those cereals all year round, by the way.
No, but if you do buy a box around Halloween, I believe it says Best Buy is like March, so you have a couple months to eat it if you want to save it.
That's true.
And I have done that, and I ate it in like February, and I'm like, yep, still good.
That's fair.
Now, can we talk about the positives here? Over on Nitro, Mongo's dog is dressed up like a witch. That I'm popping for.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm disappointed we're not seeing that. Special Halloween edition.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Is that what Jerry wears, like, to the school? He's like, I'm the nurse for the day. Hello.
I was going to say, he's really ahead of his game here wearing the medical mask. He must have known something was up.
That's true. Vince's costume's fucking horrible. I think he's got it on backward.
I was just about to say that, dude. The tie should be in the back, Vince.
All right, we got Savio coming out. So Vince is dressed like a prison inmate with the stripes.
Yeah.
And then Jerry Lawler is dressed as a, nurse or doctor, whatever floats your boat here. Savio is dressed as Savio Vega. So no real differences there. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
The Spanish announce team has gone all out here with Hugo Savinovich as a devil with a horn hat and fucking spiked little poker thing. And the other guy is full on vampire with the blood, the teeth, the cape. Very well done.
Yeah, they really killed it there.
I don't think it's Carlos Cabrera at this time, is it?
Okay.
I think it is.
Savio has nothing shaved in the back of his head, so that's disappointing, but that's okay.
Listen, I like the little pumpkin logo that's flickering in the corner, too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Here we go, guys. Goldust's debut. Keep an eye out.
The gold confetti falling from the ceiling is a pretty nice touch. I'm a big fan of that.
It is, yes. And I even like the paparazzi flashing of the lights, and really that's the only lights you get.
Yeah, I do. I think it's kind of cool. And at first I didn't get it, I feel like, In Your House, but like it makes sense, and I'm into it.
Well, it's definitely maybe a little too dark for as much as he's really doing for his entrance gear. I mean, I wish you could get a little bit more of that, but I think the theming of it, the overall theming, is very good.
Well, we need this kind of light, like that yellow light.
Yes.
It's like dim. It's still very dim, and if they had the flashes, it'd still come across really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to point out he is wearing the same gloves. It does appear as he had at his house.
Yeah.
And over on Nitro, it's quite the match. It's Eddie Guerrero and what's his name, Sergeant Pittman.
Sergeant Craig Pittman, yeah.
Craig Pittman.
Eddie's getting screwed over on the other channel.
Well, I hope Eddie doesn't actually lose. That'd be horrible.
Also, much to Dallas's point here, it looks like Goldust's face paint is the same. He hasn't really added anything there. He's getting a long entrance here. I feel like at the paper,
he took his time getting to the ring.
Yeah. Well, I feel like at the pay-per-view, didn't he start kicking the guy immediately? Like, he didn't waste time on Jannetty.
Yeah, he threw his wig at him, didn't he?
Something. No, he's okay. He's kind of doing it here, too.
Yeah, he did like the same thing.
Okay, so
yeah, it looks pretty much exactly the same.
Which I think is expected if this is taped the night after in your house.
Well, so here's my thing. I'm thinking that if they're going to make adjustments, it would be after this taping sequence.
I know it's coming.
Because they get like the actual TV visual and see what works and what doesn't work.
It's coming. I'm glad maybe I was ahead of the 8 ball instead of behind it, but it's coming.
Yeah. I just like the Goldust character because it's so different compared to everything. Are his ears black?
Yeah, they were at the pay-per-view.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the things I noted that I didn't like because I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like does he just need some sequins or something? Like, I don't know.
It feels unfinished. It feels like they took the costume and the look out of wardrobe and was like, hey, we're not ready to do this quite yet, but like it's too late. We got to go. That's what I don't like. And I think is what's going to throw him off and probably make some subtle changes.
Yeah.
I think you have to. I mean, it still to me looks low rent. Even like 100%. His vignettes and stuff, it looks low rent. And I don't like that.
Well, if you look at the vignettes, dude is shiny. His blazer was shiny. His hat, he comes out and his outfit is not shiny.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels very just budget quality. He is looking more impressive though, I would say, than he did at the pay-per-view. I mean, he's not jobbing the fuck out.
I feel like it's a little early to tell just yet, but he's definitely not getting beat down as much as he was in the beginning of the match, I feel like, at In Your House.
Right.
But, bouncing off what Bob said a few minutes ago, what I like about Goldust, too, is it is so different. He's not a fucking karate master. He's not, a
rip-off.
He's not, he's Goldust. And, what is that?
It's refreshing. It really is. It's refreshing.
It's not a cartoon character. It's something unique. And that's what I like about it.
Well, it's kind of a cartoon character, but it feels new. It doesn't, it's not fucking Papa Shango, which we've seen 10,000 times. Look at this.
Whoa.
Shit.
Goldust has almost a complete row of fans that have totally painted their face and wearing a wig. That was pretty good.
That's funny.
So something's working. Oh, then again, it's the Halloween episode, so maybe.
Oh, that's a good point.
The fans got dressed up in between.
How do we feel about Savio potentially being a sacrifice to Goldust?
I think it kind of
sucks. Goldust credibility.
Yeah, it sucks for Savio, but where's his steam kind of been really since he almost sort of was maybe going to win King of the Ring? He kind of lost a lot of steam anyways.
Well, they never really followed up on it. I think that the next night he fought Jarrett, right, for the IC title, but then after that, it's been nothing.
Well, that's what I mean. So that's why I feel like I don't mind it too much.
Well, and remember at that show, we thought he should have won the strap, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So
for sure
I
thought
think
he
between
should've.
that and them distancing him way away from Ramon, has really kind of hurt him.
Oh, that's right, because he came in as his best bud, and then they've
They
had no real
they were
partnership.
tagging and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely noticeable. But even if Goldust picks up a clean victory here, I don't think it's that big a deal. I think it only helps Goldust and doesn't really hurt Savio.
Yeah. The crowd is rallying behind Savio Vega. Tucks a clothesline.
Oh.
He hits a leaping crossbody for a 2 count.
I still think that Savio doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Well, which is really funny because we trashed him when he was Quang, but that was him playing a character that just wasn't for him.
Well, and not only that, it was again a ripoff gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even contributions to the business and stuff, though. I feel like Savio's not brought up enough.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's still wrestling today, even, which is nuts.
Oh yeah. Well, doesn't he own? Does he own World Wrestling Council or what?
I don't think he owns it. No.
Oh.
He might book it or something, but I don't think he owns it.
Yeah, needless to say, Savio's still a major player over in Puerto Rico. So
Yeah. Savio's selling the left arm on his comeback here. Goldust begging off. Oh, no. Okay. Kick to the gut. What is going on Nitro here? People are brawling.
Yeah, that was shown from last week. Eddie Guerrero just won his match, and it looks like we're about to have a match potentially between Shark and, I'm having a blank. I blanked. I can't remember who he's about to fight.
what did Goldust just get the pin off of? Is it a clothesline?
I think so.
See, that's
Wasn't
another thing
expecting
that
finish. He doesn't have like a finishing move.
I was gonna say that's another thing that just feels half baked. He doesn't even have a finishing move. I don't know. I don't see. For me, that ruins it again. I don't like that. It doesn't feel strong. I don't know.
It's Scott Norton and Shark.
Scott Norton, yeah. Well, you'll remember that on Nitro that like Norton or Shark got knocked out onto Norton and he lost his match to Savage or whatever.
Oh my God!
Yellow drop.
Look at Doc Hendricks.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what that's even supposed to be.
Well, hey, do you guys want to do Halloween? Well, here, I'm between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Are you ready for Survivor Series? You want a karate fighter? Well, we got Avatar. You want Quang back? Too bad. We got Avatar. Here, you want me to play this fucking keyboard? No, I'm not going to do that. Bad Street USA is gone, brother. Let's go.
Never mind, I was the first guy with entrance music. Eat your heart out, Hulk Hogan. You were nothing before me. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about the cardboard cutouts behind me, baby. $25.99 plus shipping and handling.
So Doc is announcing that Brett and Diesel at Survivor Series is no disqualification, no count out. There must be a winner. There's a shoving match going on. What is he talking about?
Oh my God! It's 1, 2, 3. Kid and Razor arguing again.
No, he's keeping him cool. I think he's saying that there was a shoving match going on between Ramon and Owen backstage. What is this? Hakushi and Barry Horowitz. They're the best of friends.
Hakushi needs to run away from this company as fast as humanly fucking possible.
Karate Fighter. They're gonna settle this with Karate Fighter.
My God.
Yes, fight me. Is Hakushi really even playing? It doesn't even look like he's playing it.
Come on, Barry.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you, those were fun as fuck.
You need to buy some.
Yeah, I know I do.
Barry Horowitz wins.
Look at all the leg swings.
Boom. Got him.
the only match Barry Horowitz can win at this point, I think.
Look at the handshaking.
Look at how
again.
fun those look. Come on. I didn't have anybody to play them with me, but I still had them. I just played with myself.
Well, you
Still
have someone
do?
now, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Here comes Marty Jannetty again.
Yeah,
Putting his
speaking of
hands out
people-
and nobody slapping his hand. That's
No.
Oh, he's got a job match. Who is he wrestling against? That looks like fucking Bob Holly in there.
What the fuck? Joe
Joe
Dorgan.
Dorgan.
Okay.
I like how Jannetty's still using the 1987 Rockers music.
You're goddamn right he is, buddy. He's still wearing the fucking 1987 gimmick. Look at him.
I would say this is worse than the 87, like 88 rocker stuff.
You would have to explain to Marty that he got thrown through a window because he probably don't know.
Tails, does this guy not look like Johnny Swinger to you?
Yeah, he definitely does look like Johnny
Is
Swinger,
it?
man.
Is it Johnny Swinger just under a different name?
Well, let's look.
They said his name was Joe Dorgan. That might be fucking Johnny Swinger.
It is.
I think it is Johnny Swinger.
It is, in fact, Johnny Swinger. So
Okay.
that's pretty interesting.
Wow.
Wow, guys, yeah, Johnny swinging.
Well,
The
Johnny
swing
Swinger, he was in, I believe he was in ECW, correct? And then,
Well, not at this point.
well, not at this point, no, but he eventually would be in ECW, wrestled in TNA, and he's currently in Impact Wrestling right now.
You know who else was in
He also wrestled
ECW?
for WCW.
Oh,
You know who else was in ECW? Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh my God.
well, I mean, you're right.
Vladimir
so-
Kozlov.
So suck it, both of you.
Sylvester Torque.
You're goddamn right.
Well, hey, Tony Schiavone's on Nitro now, and it might be his first Nitro appearance. I cannot remember, but
Oh, wow. I don't know. That's a good question.
These guys are slugging it out here.
Clothesline in the corner by Jannetty. Looks like Shivani's kind of telling us what happened at Halloween Havoc.
This Joe Dorgan's really overselling shit. I don't like it.
I'm surprised that his tights, does that say Hot Rod?
hot
Hot
bod.
bod.
Hot bod.
Yeah.
If
Telling
he
ya,
said Hot Rod, that'd be weird.
you guys know my gimmick I want to do if I'm going pro. You know my gimmick.
Yeah, so over on Nitro, they're showing that essentially Ric Flair turned on Sting Halloween Havoc last night. Shocker. And that is where he is reforming the Horsemen with Arn Anderson and Pillman.
I wish I could say I'm surprised.
You
Ric
just
Flair
got the
has turned
rocker
on
dropper
Sting,
for the finish over on Raw.
Yeah, Ric Flair has turned on Sting about 38 times.
I'd say that was a shit match for Jannetty there. I don't know. What about you guys?
That was all right. What is this? Bret Hart and Hakushi now. Are they having a karate fighter match or what?
No, they're about to team up.
What? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they
Bret
used to
and
be
Hakushi
rivals.
against Jerry Lawler and Dr. Isaac Yankem.
Oh God. No.
Cavity creeps. Jannetty? Oh, and Bulldog. Okay. that makes
Okay.
sense.
That's gonna be
All right.
the blind leading the blind, but I'm
You're
down with
telling
it.
me, so next week, it's fucking Bulldog and Jannetty. That's Jannetty's third match on this TV taping.
Right.
They're
He's
trying
in
to
the Battle
get him.
Royal, and then this week, and then also now against Bulldog. That's crazy.
Look at Vince in the ring trying to interview Bulldog and Jim Cornette in this jail outfit. Yeah, you should have got 5 to 10 for what happened the last in your house. You would not come in the hot tub with me and my wife, Stacy. Yeah, you don't want to talk about what happened in your house, Vince? Well, I'm not going to talk about what happened at my house unless you're going to come in, then I'll get you a push.
I like how Bulldog is just flexing because
He's just no-selling the whole interview.
he has no idea what to do.
Well, he's confused because Vince is dressed like a jailbird. He doesn't fucking know what's going on. He probably doesn't even know it's Halloween.
So it's interesting. So we're interviewing Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, and Brian Pillman on Nitro, and on here we're interviewing Jim Cornette and British Bulldog. It's kind of interesting how that lines up as we're both doing interviews.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think Bulldog's going to say one fucking thing this whole time?
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. McMahon. I'm bizarre. So
he's going to chime in. He's like, McMahon, I didn't know that Diana was a professional wrestler. She beat Savio Vega tonight. And Vince is going to be like, that wasn't Diana, Bulldog. And he's like, what? I thought that was Diana. I got a hand job in the backstage from her. And he's going to be like, no, that's Goldust. That's a guy. And he's going to be like, what?
Fuck it. I liked it anyway. Fuck it.
I'm bizarre. I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning my sexuality.
I like that every time Jim's on, Dallas brings up the hot tub shit.
Well, every time. Well, it's like every time that he does a Ric Flair promo, it's always about Brian Knobb's asshole.
Say it.
No, we only talk about that on the bonus episodes.
Oh, right.
Stop.
Don't say it.
Right.
Don't even get this dude going right
I'm
now.
not gonna. There's not a Ric Flair promo. Those are only for those bonus episodes.
There's a Ric Flair promo right now on Nitro. What are you talking about?
No. That's
You see these four fingers?
That's
I
Clarence
shoved them up
Mason.
the Brian
I
Knobb's
know
asshole.
Ric Flair's tan, but that's Clarence Mason in the ring.
That's right.
Look at Vince right now. Can you please look at him?
It's weird because, he almost was in a jail outfit after that steroid trial.
Well, that's why he's wearing it. Yeah.
I like that nobody else is in a costume but him.
Well, and Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, but like in this shot right now, it just looks like Vince is in a jail outfit for no reason.
That's true.
Fuck this guy. They were like, hey, remember when that OJ trial was a big deal? Let's get a black lawyer on the TV. And
That's 100% what they're doing.
let's push that and get people mad.
Jeez.
Like, okay.
So Clarence Mason's basically saying that he's reviewing the footage of what happened in your house. He's probably going to try to get Bulldog a title match again.
Well, that does seem like what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see Sabu on Nitro. I thought he was done after Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting that he's still being kind of featured, really.
I'm hearing a lot of ECW names over on the other channel these days.
Well, I think WCW is really the first of the two companies to bring in a lot of ECW guys.
Yeah, they're sticking it to Paul.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sabu is wrestling Disco Inferno. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We're still getting this Clarence Mason trio fucking promo here on Raw. What is he talking about?
So, Clarence is saying that right now that British Bulldog should get a match against Bret Hart because if it wasn't for Bret, he'd be the world champion. Which we all know is not true.
Right.
I just got one more thing to say. What's going to happen is you're going to come home with me, and if you don't get in that fucking hot tub, I'm going to kick your ass. And Bulldog here, he's going to be mad, and I'm going to sue you. That's it. You're going to hear from my lawyers.
Clarence Mason. How many managers does Bulldog need? He's got Fuji, Cornette, Clarence Mason. Like, what the fuck?
Dallas, they got rid of the In Your House logo for Shawn Michaels' picture, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
look at that. Yeah, they did.
Good.
They saw that next week and they were like, God, fuck.
Yeah, Vince McMahon probably flipped out.
That did look horrible. Holy shit. That's so funny.
Okay,
Still
so now
just
Clarence
trying-
Mason's going to look into the wild card match and if that's even legal.
Yeah, what about the match next week
Oh
with
my
Marty
God.
Jannetty and British Bulldog? What's going to happen? Is Bulldog going to be able to beat Jannetty?
There's like 8 different plot points that they're fucking talking about right now.
I know.
Talk about Diesel, Brett, the wild card match, Marty Jannetty, Goldust being Diana, and you got tricked into that. How does that make you feel? How about we talk about the Royal
That's
Rumble?
right.
What do you think you're going to do at WrestleMania this year? I don't know. Where's SummerSlam located? We'll talk about that too. Who fucking knows?
Now, just because Vince has me out here explaining every angle I'm a part of in a very contrived sort of way doesn't mean that you should ignore this promo. As a matter of fact, Marty Jannetty's running down the rampway right now. Oh, he dropkicked him right in the head.
Right from behind. Cornette missing a tennis racket shot.
And then sells it like a fucking moron.
Well, it's Cornette for you. Back elbow. Cornette bumps for that too, and he rolls to the floor.
If Cornette doesn't have the...
No, look at this shit.
Clarence Mason no selling it. He's just like, fuck you, Marty Jannetty. I'm not afraid of you.
He's like calling his bluff.
Yeah. Just staring at him blankly. Now he's begging off, like, chill, dude. It's okay.
Don't do it,
Marty, you're going to need a lawyer in like 20 years when you're trying to say you want to bang your daughter. And then there's a dead body that you killed at a bowling alley. You're going to need me.
Well, that part for sure, yeah.
A dead body that you killed.
That one literally got like investigations going. Like that was really bad.
Yeah, that was not good. Whoa. Oh, he scared him.
Guys, I just want to give you an update on the air fryer situation.
Oh.
We got one.
Yeah?
I just got one too.
And we've made 2 batches of fried pickles so far, and fucking A, they've been good.
Yeah,
so
dude.
here comes the tag champion Smoking Guns.
Shit, yeah, okay.
What do you do for that?
It's very simple. The air fryer is very easy to use and very easy to clean. Literally, it's flour, it's breadcrumb and egg, a little cayenne pepper. You just coat the pickles, you cut them up, throw them in. They take about 12, 15 minutes, not even 12 minutes, and they're ready to go.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, we haven't done that yet, but we need to.
We did flip them. We did 12 minutes. We flipped them and then threw them in for another 2-3 minutes, but you didn't really need to. They're really good.
Well, yeah, they're kind of, it's a great appliance.
I was surprised how easy it is to use and clean. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I feel like ours is kind of a pain in the ass, but like, it's not bad.
No, ours is really nice.
And I say pain in the ass because I just don't like cleaning dishes, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Tonight after the podcast, we're doing fried ravioli, which I'm very excited about.
Oh,
wow. But yeah, I want very excited about the old.
Who are these bozos of the Smoking Guns are wrestling?
They're very out of shape. Oh, I think we've seen the guy on the apron before. I think we've seen this guy coming in here. I don't think he wore a singlet before, but I'm pretty sure we've seen him.
I don't know.
One, two, three. Yeah, backstage here to talk about God knows what.
I just want to say one thing to you guys, Mr. Guns. I really can't wait to get in the ring and have some friendly competition. And I want to let you know, we're gonna get those titles, and I'm gonna do it as pleasant and as nice as I can. Okay, Guns. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for this tag division, Mr. Bart and Mr. Billy. Appreciate everything. You guys are really great. But it's just time. It's time for me to. I'm just gonna borrow them. I'm just gonna lend them. Okay.
So 123 was just saying that if they're really champions, that they'll give him and Razor another shot, and they'll do it real soon.
I like that Razor's being dragged into this. He's probably backstage like, dude, no, I'm not your partner. Shut
Dude,
up.
I have a different title now. I don't need to do
Right.
this.
Yeah.
I'm already a champion, Chico.
Speaking of champions, the champions need to put these two assholes away and quick.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised this is continuing on.
Billy looks like the kid from Home Improvement a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the oldest son.
Yeah, with that haircut.
Yeah.
You got these two in. They're tripping over their own feet here. Double clothesline by Bart.
Way to go, Bart.
By Mr. Bart Gunn.
I wish Bart and Billy would have stuck together a little bit longer, personally. Boom. Nailed it.
Got it. Sidewinder on Otis. 1, 2, and 3. Smoky Guns with the win.
Looking good, man.
Meanwhile, on Nitro, we have the American males taking on Luger and Meng. I won't make the same mistake in saying that Marcus Alexander Bagwell's a star. So, Rory, if you're listening, wrestling 20 years ago, Bagwell's not a star. Let me back on the show. Thank you.
Hey, however, the American males have a really great theme song.
American male. American male. Oh, Bret Hart, who has a heart behind him. It's kind of cool. I got one shot, bro.
I'm still considering buying the Bret Hart hockey jersey that he was wearing 2 weeks ago.
You said it was a size small.
No, I found one that's my size.
How much?
It's like $60.
Okay, you should probably buy that then.
Yeah, you know, Dallas is a size small.
I prefer medium, but
Bret Hart.
You
Dallas isn't really a Bret Hart guy, though.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Could you fit into a small, Dallas?
I could, but not comfortably. I prefer medium.
No, I was just saying Dallas isn't really a Bret Hart guy.
I like Bret Hart. I'd buy a Bret Hart shirt.
Dallas, you need to get a small. That way you would look like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my god! With the belly sticking out.
I don't know if it'd be that bad, but
no, I don't think it would be.
That would be me, dude. I'm telling you, I'm fucking Carl. My stomach sticks out on an XL.
I like that.
Well, here comes Owen Hart.
Oh yeah, so this is for the Intercontinental Championship. If we haven't had enough Jim Cornette, well, he's here again. Gotta love it.
I'm so excited that Jim Cornette's out here again.
Oh, there's this fucking bozo trying to sell us replica IC titles and world titles. Those freaking
pieces of shit.
Horrible quality belts you can get for $399 on Shop WWE.
So bad.
Oh my
they
God.
look nothing like what they're supposed to look like.
Well, that one in particular doesn't.
No.
I don't understand why it doesn't. It's so weird.
You know what? If I were them, I would just go to the store and buy like the WCW replica belts and then just put my logo on it and be like, here you go.
I do think the 8x10s are really cool that he's holding though.
Yeah, you'd probably pay like $40 for a signature, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. I've met both of them already though, so I don't need one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This isn't even yet. All there. Oh my Undertaker!
Do you prefer Percy Pringle or do you prefer Paul Bearer?
Paul Bearer.
Yeah, Paul Bearer.
We've recently seen Percy Pringle in TNA, and it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's
here's the thing. Okay, Paul Bearer is over the top, but Percival Pringle III is way over the fucking top.
Well, we're not even talking about like that version. What you need to do, honestly, is you got to go out of your way and watch. I don't care. Maybe Dallas will know. but there's a weekly pay-per-view of TNA where Percy Pringle blades, and it's like he's a bleeding pig.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Wow.
It's probably like 28, pay-per-view 28 or something if I had to guess a number without knowing.
Yeah, I have no idea. Ramon clotheslines Owen over the top. He's not taking the IC belt off yet.
I don't like the white leather strap. Do you?
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm really split. Like, sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Like,
No, I don't
by
like
itself, I don't mind it. But, like, when you look at a collection of a company's titles, I don't like when one sticks out that bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I like Ramon was wearing his purple gear.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I don't even like it when, like, Warrior would win the actual championship and then would have, like, a light blue leather strap. Or, like, yellow one.
I was going to say, was yellow, was that the world? I think that was his world, wasn't it? Or was it the IC?
I think it was the IC.
I think you're
It was
right.
the yellow strap.
Yeah,
But-
the IC was yellow.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't think the belt should be customized by the guy carrying it. Does that make
I see what you
sense?
mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. It'd be like if you were in a different sport, right? And you won a gold medal. And the next year you were like the defending gold medalist. And you brought the gold medal and it had like, I don't know, rhinestones and shit on it. Like, what the fuck?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. I think it takes away from it. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. But
for the latest medical update on the former Intercontinental champion, Shawn Michaels,
Jesus.
call the WWF Superstar line. Option 6.
Option 6? Jesus.
So
It's
just waiting to get
$1.49
to
per
option
minute.
6 is going to cost you about $9.
No, it says that it doesn't charge until you pick an option.
Yeah, but if this is the option that you're promoting live on Raw, and it's option 6, what is 1 through 5?
Oh. You just killed Owen Hart right there. Slamming him down.
Welcome to the hotline. Option 1 is the winning lottery numbers for this month's Powerball. Go ahead and press 1 for option 1. It's like, what else could be the 5 other options that was like coming before Shawn Michaels' health update here?
Owen coming off the ropes with a right hand to the face by Ramon. Now, these guys, as you'll remember, wrestled back in January.
Yeah, Owen hasn't mounted a lot of offense here, though.
No.
Yeah, no. And listen, I've decided the pumpkin in the corner, I keep looking at it because it's flickering. I like that it's a pumpkin, but it's distracting me.
I like that it's distracting. As stupid as that sounds, I like it. I like looking at it.
Dallas, I have advice for you. Just put your thumb over it, and then it's not distracting anymore.
Oh, I can't do that. I gotta take screenshots.
Oh.
I like that they're staying that committed, that it's a flickering pumpkin.
It's flickering the entire show.
Yeah, I like that.
Fall away slam by Ramon. Oh, punching Cornette. Cornette's getting his butt kicked tonight.
Dude, these recordings, Cornette's taking a lot of bumps.
I'm surprised he's even out there considering the attack he took from Jannetty.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. See, what did I tell you? This whole wild card thing, it's going to lead to have all this shit coming out.
Oh,
I wonder if we get AHMED Johnson tonight.
Oh, that'd be cool. However, Fuji literally does nothing. He should have just came out alone.
What the fuck?
You know what's really sad is I kind of walk like Mr. Fuji.
Well, you are about the same age.
Yeah, but like my feet or like my heels have been killing me, so I've been walking like side to side and real slow. So like Mr. Fuji.
Needless to say, Fuji and Yokozuna have appeared at ringside here as we come back from commercial break.
God, I thought he just dropped him on his head.
Oh, he dropped him on his arm behind his back, though.
Yeah, but the way his head like almost landed on the mat there. Oh, it's like my arm. Yeah, like a hand. Oh, okay. Oh, he slapped a Ramon during the commercial.
You're damn right he did. This is
So
like
why
the
wouldn't he just
signature
move his
razor
arm
here.
when he got slammed like that?
Well, over on Nitro, the main event has ended, and now we're seeing a flashback from Halloween Havoc where Jimmy Hart has turned on Hulk Hogan.
The main event has ended. How much time is left on that show?
5-ish minutes at last I looked.
Yeah,
but
same here.
I haven't even looked over to Nitro really at all.
No, you haven't missed a whole lot. Let's just leave it
Well,
at that.
I have it like halfway on the screen, and that's why I didn't really go over there, because it's like I don't care about Luger and Meng teaming up against the American males. Why the hell would I watch that?
It's a bad main event, but they are showing Giant holding Hogan now in his Hollywood gear, essentially, with lightning tights.
That's literally what it is, yeah.
It's weird.
Owen Hart just baseball slid into Razor Ramon, and he hit his mouth on the railing. He's probably... Where's Isaac Yankum? Get him out there.
Owen Hart's got a great baseball slide. Remember the 1-2-3 kid baseball slide? How he fucking pummeled him with it?
No, that was a suicide dive.
You sure?
It's
Yeah.
the Yeti.
I don't know, dude. I remember a really good baseball slide Owen Hart did that killed a guy, basically. I thought it was one kid.
The one at the King of the Ring was a suicide dive. I'm pretty sure. Missile dropkick, but Razor Ramon kicks out. We've got Hulk Hogan getting double teamed at Halloween Havoc. Can't wait to watch that one. No. Literally getting humped.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's humping him. They ain't double teaming nothing, dude.
Is Brian?
Wait, somebody's getting humped on.
Yeah, when the Yeti comes out, or Yeti, he essentially humps Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's some good shit. Luger. Well, what the fuck? Is Luger turned heel? He's got the torture rack on Hogan.
Yeah.
Is he part of the Dungeon of Doom now?
Well, that's not official, but.
Well, listen. Well, what the hell? Giant's the WWF World Champion?
No. He stole it.
No.
So now we're back on Nitro. It's Tony Schiavone in the ring.
My God, I don't know what's going on with that.
Taskmaster, Giant, Jimmy Hart. And Sullivan goes, I knew there was evil in him, and Jimmy Hart does his like laugh, and it's like, oh wow, that was fucking evil.
Jimmy Hart drives me nuts.
Jimmy Hart is a heel, and with like Kevin Sullivan, this is the stupidest shit I ever saw, and I haven't even watched the show it happened on yet.
Yeah.
Owen Hart whipping Razor. Oh,
I knew it. Spinning heel kick. You can see that coming a mile away. Ramon's knocked out. Can Owen win the belt? 1, 2. No. What's our time check on Raw here? 42:30.
Just gonna say we got to be coming down to the wire here.
Yeah, less than 4 minutes left in the show. Come on, Owen. No. Counters backdrop. Owen with a neck breaker on Razor. Now he's going up to the top rope pretty quickly here. Fuji's like, yeah, you're good. Go get him. What's he going to do? Elbow drop. That was a nice elbow drop.
Yeah, it was.
1, 2. Ramon powers out. Owen can't believe it. We're going to commercial.
We go to commercial, and then we have an ad. Perfect.
And what is this? Oh, the World Tour de Force. We're going to Cincinnati.
Which
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Someone on Twitter told us a pretty fun story about them going to one of these tours.
Oh, that's right. I think that was Stevie.
That's who I thought it was as well. So that was fun. That was cool that he shared that with us. We're back to a headlock.
Oh, wait. This is a replay. Okay. So Ramon did back suplex. Now we're back live. And they are both laid out. Yokozuna's not blinking. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Ramon with a dramatic kick out. Did he just kick out after hitting a back suplex on Owen, and then Owen pinned him after that? That's weird.
It's reverse psychology, dude.
Makes no sense. Ramon hammering away on Owen with some more right hands. The ever slow discus right hand to drop Owen.
And Nitro has gone off the air now.
Oh, that's an early cutoff.
Well, remember last week, Nitro ran later than Raw did.
Yeah, but this is like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Vince just cheered as if Razor just won with that like move there.
Short arm clothesline kind of there, but what is this? Oh, okay, I guess we're going another commercial. Razor's got the Razor's Edge, but here comes Yokozuna.
Oh,
very
my
slowly.
God.
He struggled
Come
over the middle of the rope.
on.
Okay, that was dumb.
Yoko closing Razor Ramon after pulling Owen out of the Razor's Edge, and that's a disqualification. Is he going to leg drop him? Yeah, he is. Here we go. And there you go. 641 pounds on the leg drop by Yoko.
Mind you, 641. He started at 500. Exactly what we said.
That's right. What's it? Here comes 1, 2, 3 kid. Making the save for his best friend, Razor Ramon. Go get him, kid.
I don't know if that's what he was wearing in that little video they decided to show us of him, but whatever.
No, it wasn't. It was purple.
Okay, I thought so.
So.
Oh, God. 1, 2, 3 kid just got killed with a leg drop. He's flopping around like a dead fish.
Maybe we won't see him.
Ahmed Johnson!
Oh,
It's
shit.
Ahmed fucking Johnson.
This is the first time we've seen him on Raw, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Wow, Ahmed at this time in 95 actually has a neck.
Yeah. Holy shit. All right, well, Ahmed Johnson just fucking scoop slammed Yokozuna, and it was not a hip toss like Lex Luger.
He's going nuts, dude.
Ahmed Johnson's fucking fired up.
Oh, Bulldog
here's
running
Bulldog.
in. Yeah, tried to catch Ahmed Johnson on his back, but Ahmed facing right off with him.
Did you see his tongue?
Yeah, sticking it out like, yeah, I'm ready, Bulldog.
So they've injected Ahmed Johnson as a major player, it seems like.
Yeah, which I find really interesting because we haven't even seen him. And usually they do weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of job matches, like Hunter S. Helmsley is still doing.
Yeah.
And then this guy's coming in, and he's already facing off with British Bulldog, who 2 weeks ago just fought for the world title.
Yeah.
And everyone else in that match is arguably some of the biggest stars that they have. So that's a pretty big deal.
And mind you,
I'm all for it. I think Ahmed Johnson being inserted in the main event scene freshens it up because it's really been the same 4 dudes all year.
Yeah, I agree.
well, and keep in mind too, Ahmed Johnson, not only is he a fresh face, but he's untested. This isn't a WCW dude who's come over with a name and now he's in the main event scene. Ahmed Johnson's coming out of freaking nowhere.
That's a good point.
It's definitely an interesting dynamic and one we really haven't quite seen yet. I mean, the closest comparison I think you can make is Diesel, but even he started off as a bodyguard, having lower level matches, and eventually getting to the title quicker than normal. But for a guy to come right in, interfere after the main event of a Raw, and like Dallas said, square off with Bulldog, who 2 weeks ago fought for the championship. I mean, I think that's pretty big for the guy. So, I don't know. Hopefully they'll capitalize on it and we will see some fresh new matchups with Ahmed. I'm down for it. You know, hey, you never know what's going to happen. It's Ahmed Johnson.
Well, and he looks like a badass, so I think it'll be fun.
Right.
Bob, you got anything else?
Listen, you can't steal my gimmick.
Hey, how come we didn't see Aviator this week or whatever this fucking
Avatar?
Yeah.
Avatar.
Come on.
Yeah.
We didn't see his ass this week.
No, I didn't think this episode was necessarily bad. I think it was better than last week's.
Yeah, I think it went even quicker too. Because really, when Bob said, "Oh, how much time do we have left?" And it was like less than 5 minutes. I was blown away. Wow.
Which is crazy that a tape show is better than the live show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
unusual. I think the only killer for me was the Jim Cornette Bulldog interview.
Oh, yeah.
I was starting to yawn and fall asleep over here. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that took forever.
Yeah.
if you took that out,
way long.
yeah, if you took that out, that would have been a. I mean, I thought it was better than last week, but that segment was like, ugh.
So here's my question: do you think we'll see Ahmed Johnson compete in the ring before Survivor Series? I would hold off until he's in Survivor.
I would do what they just did and have him kind of run out, do saves and stuff like that, but I wouldn't put him in a match.
I don't know. They kind of did that with Dean Douglas, and it seemed like bullshit to me. I kind of want Ahmed Johnson to have a nice, decisive singles match before the pay-per-view. Going into the pay-per-view, it's like, yeah, okay. He interfered in the main event. But he also had an awesome squash match where he basically killed a guy. So he's ready for the pay-per-view.
I think if you hold off though, you could add into more of a wild card because you could be like, what is Ahmed Johnson all about? We don't even know.
And it feels more special, know, and I get that. But I think credibility wise, especially with some of the names he's going in with, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe a squash match wouldn't hurt,
Well, I almost think it's a weird way to look at it too, because do I want to see him face Joe Doe, whatever his name is, or now that they inserted him in this main event, with all these guys, I want to see him fight those guys. I don't want to see him in a squash match. I want to see him fight Bulldog and.
Well, I was gonna say, it
Owen
looks
Hart.
like they're teasing a fucking Bulldog match already.
Well,
judging by that showdown to end the show.
And again, don't get me wrong. So whoever it was, fucking, do I want to see him have a match with Scott Taylor? No, I want to see him destroy Scott Taylor in 2 seconds.
No,
Well, yeah, no, and I get it, and I think it would make sense, but I don't know. I kind of like the
mystique.
And this is different than Dean Douglas. Dean Douglas is like, Ahmed Johnson looks scary. Like he could kick ass. So I already know he's probably going to be a beast in the ring. Yeah. So I don't know if I even need to. He's got
nothing to prove. You're saying?
I would say.
Okay. And look wise, I can agree with that.
And you just have him come out and slam Yokozuna. He proved a lot right there. So
that's true.
So he's 641 pounds.
Right.
So what else does he got to prove to me? I don't know
that's
if a whole
fair.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fair. I guess maybe selfishly, it's one of those things where it's, again, to me, Survivor Series just doesn't feel special anyway. So why wait, sort of thing. But again, that's my bias toward it. Are you going to make more money doing it on Raw, or are you going to get more money out of him if he does it on pay-per-view? You probably do want to save it for pay-per-view, but I don't know. I would just like to. I guess I'm chomping at the bit for new things, new stars, new angles, new feuds. And it's hard for me to sit here and be like, oh, well, let's just wait for the pay-per-view. Like, I'm getting greedy. No, just give it to us on Raw. I don't want to wait.
Well, I want to point out, so the main draw here is for Brett and Diesel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not promoting it.
Well, they are kind of loosely.
They did the pull apart, but really, that's it.
Yeah, but we've been saying that Survivor Series is really kind of a lackluster show. Nothing really big happens on it.
Right,
Diesel
Brett, I would say it's a write-off. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Diesel Brett is a big match. Their King of the Ring 94 match was pretty good. Rumble 95 was kind of boring.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's a good point.
We're 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
But I want to point out, if you really think about Survivor Series after 95, so 96, 97, 98, whatever.
Right.
I think it kind of becomes an intriguing show, at least for a few years.
Yeah.
So I think 95 might be really the last time that it's not a big, it's part of the, it's the big four, but it's one of the weaker of the, it's the weakest of the four, really.
Yeah.
But I
think
it's
the cash in for sure.
Yeah. But I think moving forward, they put a decent focus on, building it up a little bit.
Well, and you know what? I'll piggyback on that with you because now that I'm thinking back, if we think back to 93, 94, thinking of how much groaning we were doing, even at this point, like, oh my God, I'm fucking dreading Survivor Series. I don't know if I'm necessarily dreading it right now. Again, I think there's
I'm
intrigue and there's only one match announced.
Well, there's two, the wild card match and Brett and Diesel.
Well, right. But I'm saying as far as like the tag matches that they usually do, like with the one announced and the way they're promoting it, I'm interested. And that is something we cannot say for either Survivor Series we've watched with IcoPod. Not that I can remember.
Right.
There's been very weak cards. So maybe you're right, Bob. Maybe this is kind of the tide turning a little bit for this pay-per-view. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but I think there's a chance. At the same time, I've been let down by WWF so much at this point that I'm not going to give them too many chips against me. So I don't know. I think we're on the right track. Now, there's still a lot of room for error and a lot of ways to go sideways. And WWF has a tendency to do that. And even I'd say WCW this year. So for me to trust that, hey, everything's going to kind of fall into place and be okay, and we're going to end up with a good card, I don't know. I'm still kind of playing it safe and keeping my reserves. But so far, so good.
Bob's waiting for me to say something, but
I sure am. I was gonna keep it quiet the entire time until you fucking said something.
Well, are you gonna get more mad if I don't say anything or if I go, Austin, I agree. So I mean, I agree. I do agree with you guys, though. I don't feel like I'm dreading the Survivor Series right now, which is good. And I really, the end of that Raw, I think, did create a little bit more excitement for that wild card match. So that alone is like, okay, at least we got something to work with here, which we can't really say for most of the last 3-4 pay-per-views that we've watched.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So we at least kind of have something, and for a pay-per-view like Survivor Series, which we talked about on last week's episode, not really meaning a whole lot, that's pretty big deal, I would say. That, we're kind of working with something.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a throw together. I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly it. The last couple of In Your Houses have felt like, hey, here's what you're getting. We're not really explaining it. It's a throw together. And then you get to the show and sometimes, the matches are subbed out or some guy can't fight this guy or you'll get in a match on there that wasn't even announced. It's like, what is this? They've done at least something with Diesel and Brett. There is a history there that they're building on. And really, this Survivor Series wildcard team thing, they've promoted pretty well. So you're already kind of have a leg up against, I would agree with Dallas, the last couple of pay-per-views. So that's intriguing in itself. I will agree with that.
I think I'm going to have a lot of fun watching these shows now that Goldust and AHMED Johnson are both here.
Wow.
Two totally different people, two different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
That's going to be, Goldust being the flamboyant mystery kind of guy and AHMED Johnson being a complete lunatic. And I mean that in the best of the way. Like, we're going to see just how crazy that AHMED Johnson can do. When I was a kid, I was a big AHMED Johnson fan. I was like, give me the Pearl River Plunge. This guy is going to dominate. It didn't really end up happening, I guess. Maybe the way we as fans anticipated during that time, but I think it'll be fun to see his run develop over time here.
Yeah, and when you mention, two opposite ends of the spectrum, it's just nice that two brand new guys are coming in that don't fit a mold. It's not, the next big guy, Viscera, Bam Bam, fucking, Sid, Diesel. Oh, it's the next big guy coming in. Or it's not, some masked fucking occupation guy.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? It's too out of the box. A badass fucking, like Bob said, lunatic guy. Out of nowhere, like, oh, here he is, and he beats the shit out of people. Get ready, just slam Yokozuna. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing like we've seen before.
Well, when we saw Virgil do ridiculous dives, AHMED Johnson is like a musclehead version of Virgil.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's good.
So just totally out of the box with him. And then you got Goldust, which is the closest thing mystique-wise you can maybe compare as Undertaker, but even still, they're way different from each other. So again, it's not that stereotypical, oh, here's the garbage man coming out, or the pig farmer's coming out, or the mask guy from Japan who's really a Puerto Rican guy. Yeah. It's finally fresh. I think that's the best way to explain them. Both. Just fresh.
Here comes a sumo wrestler, but he's really Samoan.
I know. And that's the thing. Goldust, I would argue, is still pretty cartoony. But at least he's an original. It's not a carbon copy. It's not a cheap ripoff. It's not an occupation gimmick. It's something that we have not seen before. And for me, that's enough. There's definitely kinks to work out. I'm sure AHMED Johnson's going to have some kinks to work out. But I'm just glad to see that we are moving in a different direction. And I think that's very obvious just with these two debuts. We're trying new shit in 96. Get ready.
No, absolutely. I think Goldust is really kind of the first example of an edgier presentation of characters. They don't go full steam with it, but they're like, I think it's slowly being introduced.
I would argue, and you probably will disagree with me, that the original Doink had a taste of that. Where it was like, yeah, everybody else
it was darker.
But there was that edge to it. And I think that this Goldust does have that edge to it, just in a different way. It's pushing the limits in a different way.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
But I would want to credit and put a feather in the cap of Matt Bourne's Doink, that, pushing the envelope more so than we would have seen otherwise with a character.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree with what you're saying, and I agree that it's a different direction that they're pushing in, a more quote unquote risque, maybe. And that is like unlike we've had, we've had our Adrian Streets and what have you, the 80s style. This is definitely the first example of a 90s style of that gimmick, pushing it all the way to the edge and really kind of teetering over the fact. So that's going to be interesting moving forward. I mean, like we've said so many times on this podcast, there's just nothing like that on TV right now on either channel.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we are just 2 weeks away from Survivor Series, which means that we are one more taping of IcoPod away before we get to Survivor Series, which is a relief because, as I've said before, there was times where we would have 11 episodes of Raw before we would get to our next pay-per-view. But after we do the 2 episodes of Raw, I believe it's November 6th and 13th, we'll be going to the video store to catch up on Halloween Havoc. Obviously, we kind of know what happened, but to actually see it and how it's plays out on the good old video cassette should be interesting. I personally know that I've maybe watched Halloween Havoc 95 once in full, and I did not enjoy that show. That was probably 15 years ago. That I've ever Halloween Havoc 95 is a show I do not go out of my way to watch ever.
I've never seen it full all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces. I've never seen the full show in a sit down.
Yeah, same.
Well, we'll be doing that in a few weeks' time. That's Halloween Havoc. Realistically, might be even posted before this episode. Is technically published. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But be on the lookout for that bonus episode of WCW. And then we'll have Survivor Series. And then before you know it, we'll have to watch World War III. 95. So it's never ending with content between WCW and fucking WWF pay-per-views. I'll tell you that. You guys have anything else for this week's episode of IcoPod?
No.
Yeah, figures.
No.
Okay. Well, then for Austin Skinner and for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Conley Jr., and this has been IcoPod.
That's it. I don't have anything else.